What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be just doing a quick video, a bit of a roundup in terms of news, because there's been some scattered spoilers and leaks that have come out over the past couple of days, and while we don't have full details on any one thing, there are a few noteworthy things I thought would be good to mention, so we're going to go ahead and touch on it quickly. This should be a short one today. Let's get into it. Alright guys, thank you so much for checking out the video, and before we actually jump into the meat and potatoes of the segment here, if you guys could please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon if you want to stay notified for all the up-to-date information on Yu-Gi-Oh! And other things too. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into this, and if you saw the thumbnail, probably you're aware of, where this is going, with some upcoming leaks, the first of which is very significant, and that is the Crystal Beast structure deck, which is set to release in September. I think it's the third week of September, I don't know the exact date. Again, assuming there's no delays or pushes. The Crystal Beast structure deck, for those of you unfamiliar, in the OCG is absolutely loaded. It had reprints like Dimension Shifter, Cosmic Cyclone, among others, and Ghost Spell, Ash Blossom, and there was some concern that we may not get that here, but the official leaks from the, I believe it's from the Spanish Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel has shown that Ash Blossom is in fact confirmed for this structure deck, as well as Crystal Bond. Crystal Bond's not as big of a deal, but it's a pretty pricey if you wanted one that doesn't have the colored lettering, and even those are like $5 a piece, so it's a nice reprint. But Ash Blossom is officially confirmed for reprint in the Crystal Beast structure deck, which is going to be good for a lot of people. This card's price is insane. It was around like 30 bucks a copy at least, and no matter how many times they keep reprinting it, it ends up just going back up because of how good it is, similar to a lot of cards, in other games that just end up being these repeated staples. Hopefully this will drive the price down for a bit, at least giving people a chance to get them, but I do expect that in the future it will probably rise again. Assuming that the structure deck stays exactly the same, like I said, you've got a lot of good reprints here. Ash Blossom, Dimension Shifter, Ghost Spell, Cosmic Cyclone, among others, but none of those have been confirmed yet beyond the Ash Blossom, so we'll have to wait and see. But if you were on the fence about this, or you were thinking about getting it, might not be a bad idea to pre-order this if you can get them around $10 to $11, because then you can kind of lock them in and make sure you get your set of Ash Blossoms among other potential reprints. But if you don't need the Ash Blossoms and you just want to wait and see what else is in here before making a purchase, then certainly can't fault you on that one, so I would just maybe wait and see what we've got coming. Next up, of course, is the Mega Tin 2022, and there have been a lot of questions about these tins, how they're going to look, what reprints are going to be in them, what new cards are going to be in them, because, of course, the set of core sets that came out from this year's Mega Tins have not been super strong. Burst of Destiny was pretty good, but Lightning Overdrive, Dawn of Majesty, and Blazing Vortex have all been relatively lackluster. There's not a high demand for reprints from most of those sets, with a few exceptions like Pot of Prosperity, and so people are wondering what the Megatins are going to look like, and so far, I mean, nothing here is blowing me away, but these are all leaks that have been revealed through the Ready for Duel Facebook page, and it does look like someone got their hands on some foreign copies to open up. Of note, we're seeing Secret Rare Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit up in the top left-hand corner, which does look really nice as a prismatic Secret Rare. Of course, another foil option for you, but Ghost Ogre does have a ton of prints now and has become pretty affordable. I will say the original Secret Rare, which is one of the nicest in my opinion, has gone very expensive over the years, so if you're looking to pick up a budget copy of that still looks pretty good, this is definitely a neat option. Then we've got King of the Sky Prison as a Secret Rare Prismatic, which is not shocking, although a little weird because it was secret in the set as well. So I'm surprised that they didn't go Ultra here, but I guess maybe they have some other stuff slated for that we'll find out at a later date. Live Twin Trouble Sunny is a secret rare, again, not super expensive, but definitely a decent reprint, and a card that has some niche use outside of Live Twins while being really good within the deck. Dark Ruler No More as an ultra rare is another really good reprinting for this card, which, was starting to go back up for the commons, and definitely not a bad card. I think ultra rare is going to look pretty good on it here. It's hard to tell from these pictures, but I think that rarity could pop really well with it. And Tri Brigade Kick gets a secret rare upgrade. That's actually one of the cards from Blazing Vortex that was worth a bit, so not a bad reprint, and definitely welcome for that upgrade to match your Tri Brigades from last year's tins if you got the secret rare fractals and all the other foil upgrades as well. And it looks like Masquerade the Blazing Dragon is a common, but I can't tell for sure. It might be a super rare. This is the only picture I've seen so far, and it's really hard to tell based on just that picture. So either common or super in the Megatins, those are pretty much interchangeable in terms of price, so either way you should be set. If you were looking to get a copy of this card, I think it's going to become really cheap regardless of which rarity. And Underworld Goddess of the Closed World one of the few cards from Blazing Vortex that carries some significant value. Was up there in price around $45.50. Some people thought it might skip the tin. I couldn't see that being the case just because they're so starved for value as it is. But Underworld Goddess of Closed World Prismatic Secret Rare looks really nice and should hopefully bring that price down as well for a card that had just gotten better with time and is starting to see more use. So these are just the early Megatin leaks. There's obviously going to be a lot more coming, and I will say just take these with a grain of salt. All accounts indicate they are real, but people have done good fakes before. I've seen it happen to myself and other content creators, so just be aware of that. I'm putting this out there as just kind of a news thing. We'll probably make a full video about Megatin stuff once we actually know what's in the Megatins and all of that. So yeah, this is the Megatin leaks. Let me know what you guys think about these. I definitely think it's cool to see Dark Ruler No More here, King of the Sky Prison, but we need more for the Megatins in order for them to be considered a success. We definitely need things like Pot of Prosperity. We know Dragoon and Droplet and Ash are in there. My guess is Ash will end up as a Prismatic Secret, but maybe they'll use the alternate art for that since it looks like we're getting the regular art in the structure deck. I'm not sure, but that's definitely something to keep an eye on. So far, nothing crazy, but it does look cool to start getting these leaks and hopefully have some more stuff to talk about. And finally, as the Megatins are going to be released with 7 new cards, we have gotten a look at one of them, which is the Revived Sky God. It is a Slifer the Sky Dragon trap, and this was actually shown on one of the posters in the promotions of the Megatins, and people somehow zoomed this and enhanced it. It's a little blurry, but this is the best quality picture I could get, so I do apologize for that. I will put the text up on the screen so you guys can read it as well. And it is a normal trap. It says the activation of this card or its effects cannot be negated, nor can its effects be negated, which is a very weird wording there. Special summon one Slifer the Sky Dragon from your graveyard. Then each player draws until they have 6 cards in their hand. You could banish this card from your graveyard, place one Monster Reborn from your deck or graveyard on top of your deck. Then, if a Divine Beast monster is in your graveyard, draw 1 card. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. So, this is definitely a crazy card. Now, I don't know whether or not it's going to be crazy enough to do anything, but it's a crazy card on paper that is effortlessly easy to play. It can't be negated or responded to in terms of, like, the activation. So the activation can't be blocked by anything, which is, you know, in the format where everything negates now, you can't do anything about this. It can't be ghost spelled. It can't be negated at all. You revive a Slifer from your grave, and then all players draw till they have 6 in their hand. But if your opponent already has 6 and you don't, you're getting a draw here still. That's really, really crazy and important to think about because it gives Slifer a massive buff as well. And the secondary effects here basically saying if your Slifer dies or any other, you know, Divine Beast, you banish this, you get a Monster Reborn, and then you get to add it to your hand, and that effect can't be negated either. So it's just kind of a crazy card on paper, and I have to imagine somebody's going to look for a way to utilize this, and we don't know what the other revealed cards are going to be yet, so that's going to be something interesting to look forward to. Is it all going to be Egyptian God stuff? Will it be more random Dark Magician and Blue Eyes stuff? I mean, who knows? But if we get a card for those decks on the level of a card like this, we might be having a serious conversation about those cards having some viability. So, let me know what you guys think of the Revived Sky God, as well as the leaks for the Tins and the Crystal Beast structure deck. We'll definitely talk about more information as we get it, but this is going to be the sort of roundup thing going forward here. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. This video is brought to you by YourPlaymat.com. Create your own custom playmats, card sleeves, and more by visiting YourPlaymat.com today using the affiliate link in the description below. Use my code LS10YP and save 10% off your purchase while supporting the channel directly. Thanks again to YourPlaymat.com for sponsoring this video.